Hello beautiful souls, I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be looking at Ethereum. We're going to be setting it up for our next trade, and let's begin. We're going to start at our 2-week time frame, creating our support and resistance within our price action. So this was our low. Turn on the magnet. Sometimes when you turn on the magnet, it helps you just set those trend lines. And this is our high. Wonderful. So we have our support from previous low and our resistance from previous high. Once we're done within the two-week time frame, I mean, just visually we could see that we've been going on the downtrend, and it seems like it's finding a little bit of resistance right now on my EMA. And I like to use the 12 and the 26. 12 and 26. Oh yeah, and the 200. Can't miss the 200. Really critical. So once the support and the resistance is set, let's go ahead and move on to the daily. Within the daily, I like to set our daily trend lines, because that is the time frame that we'll be playing. So you mark your highs and your lows. If you're having a hard time finding your highs and lows, you could definitely use your pivot highs and lows indicator that I love. It's just going to give you a great view on where the previous high and previous low was. So this will be our range. Once the range is set, go ahead and draw your trend lines within this price action. So higher high to lower high. Oh, nope, has to be perfect. My charts have to be perfect because I love them and they're so cute. It makes me happy. There you go. And then we do to lower low to higher low, and this is our trend lines, our range. Now let's go ahead and set our point of control using a, nope, not the volume, using your VRVP indicator. You could mark your daily point of control. Usually have two. There it is. No, I guess I don't have to. Okay, so it's showing us where our point of control is, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Taking off the magnet. Let me change the color and then I'll go ahead and label it. Take off your indicator. Wonderful. And this is going to be our daily POC. Okay, because it crossed, I'm like, what happened? My trend line moved. Did I move it? I hope I didn't move it. That was weird. There we go. That's my trend line. So because it crossed my trend line, I'm gonna go ahead and set my daily target. So 1, 2 points, and right in between you'll get a Joe target. And if you want to learn how to get your Joe target, you're most definitely join our Telegram. So that is our Joe target here. That is my daily target. Okay, so now that we're done here, I want to go down to the 12-hour. The 12-hour time frame is a great time frame to visualize any shapes, patterns that you're able to see. I'm a really visual person, so it helps me find any divergence, any oversold, any overbought on my RSIs. So once you're done with the daily, go ahead and just visualize your 12 hours, see what's happening. You know, the charts go into waves, and it's just good to know that, okay, right now we're in the uptrend. But remember, after every uptrend, there comes a downtrend, right? Uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. So we're in our uptrend. How high can we go? We don't know yet. But let's mark 1, 2. I wanted to show you something here. Maybe if we do that. Okay. Let's see. Let's turn on my magnet and my pivot highs and lows. just to confirm the wicks. Okay, I like this one. Just wanted to show you something that I'd noticed. So, sorry, I'm so particular when it comes to my trend lines. So this trend line, I'm gonna change my colors too. Okay, this trend line was a support for this price action that we were playing with. We broke down, and now we're testing it, possibly breaking it to the, we are breaking it to the upside, but we need a candle close confirmation for that. But anyhow, so now that you're in your 12 hours, I'm gonna draw a possible bear flag that could be played out. One touch, two touch, right? One touch, two touch. So it's tapping it right on it. So that's perfect. Okay. So, and if you don't know, bear flags do break to the downside. But that's just a possibility, right? So once I'm done visualizing my 12 hours, again, looking to see if I could find any divergence here, any oversold. I mean, obviously it's overbought right now, but it could be overbought for a while. So follow your TA, follow what the charts are doing at the moment, and go from there, right? One good trade a day makes the day. That's what I always say. Okay, once I visualize the possible patterns or what's happening at the time, I go down to my 4 hour. On my 4 hour, I'm going to go ahead and draw my trend line again. One touch, two touches. Change the color. We're going to use blue. 4 hour trend line going to the upside. One touch, two touches, right? Let's see if we've done our 4 hour target here. Again, 4 hour target is marked, and that is our Joe target. So that's my 4 hour based on this high and this lower high, right in between the lowest price action, and that's where I get my Joe target. Okay, so that's my 4 hours. And of course, if it rolls over, you want to be prepared. I'm gonna have one touch, two touches, and this would be my bearish target here. So I have my 4 hour target, I have my 4 hour wedges. Let's draw our 4 hour range. Again, using pivot highs and lows. There's a lot of pivot highs and lows, so the higher you go up, the less pivot highs and lows you are shown. And sometimes when you're working with smaller time frames, you don't need so many, you know, numbers out there. So my range is the same as the daily. This is my top of the range, and this is the bottom of my 4 hour range. Pretty big. And within here, you also want to find your POC, your point of control. So turn on your VRVP on. And it looks like our point of control. Is it right on the... Yeah, it's right on the daily, actually. So let's see. Let's just confirm here. Yep. So the daily and the 4 hour point of control are similar to each other, so that's good enough. Alright, so I got my 4 hour target. If we continue to the upside, if we break this possible bear flag to the upside, or if we roll to the downside, I have my bearish target. I'll set my alarm for a bearish move. I will not enter it till it crosses a 4-hour trend line with the candle close confirmation on the 15-hour. So because there's a lot of fake outs within crypto, so a good confirmation to see, okay, I did break a trend line, is a candle close, right? You have to make sure that the candle closes below the trend line, and then it continues to the downside. Okay, and I just really quick want to show you how the markets work, because we are in an uptrend right now. It's not good to enter a trade at this time for me. Just a quick example, the markets move in a cycle and a wave, you could say, building a contraction phase and a trend phase, right? Contraction phase, trend phase. So we move up, we contract. We move up, we contract. We move up, we contract. Right, move up, contract. So we moved up, and this is our big contraction phase. So within this range, we're going to be playing here for a while. You could definitely set a high, let's see, some alarms here to see if it continues to the upside or breaks down to the downside. But for now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and remember to do everything with intention and with love.